You're like me. You value what is real. You value what is true. And you're listening. You're paying attention. That's why there's so much synchronicity in your life. That's why you're constantly getting messages like these. That's why every night you go to sleep and you have these profound dreams, symbolic, archetypal. That's why you have this energy moving through your body. That's why you've got this electricity. And that's why you know that there is something extraordinary, something very special, something very profound that is taking place here in this world, in your very life. And it's not just a cookie cutter house and matching outfit or blending in with what it is seemingly outside of yourself that you have the option to walk in line with, just like most other people. You can get in line. You can choose to fit in. You can choose to go with what most other people think is normal and sane. But actually you can't, can you? No. We're the same, you and I. We can't go back. We've gone too deep into the awakening. We've seen too much. We've peeled back the veil. We have untapped the inner dimensions within us, and they have spilled out to the surface and they have risen, and you have seen too much of the truth of who you are and what's really going on here. In other words, you can't unsee what you've seen. And forward is the only way through. Now you're seeing this message because a very obvious shift in consciousness and tuning to a higher frequency timeline has taken place in your life. I know it has. It has for me too. That's why we're here. That's why we're having this conversation. But I wanted to remind you of something, to reflect something to you. Another beautiful synchronicity you've called forth into your life because of this extraordinary transformation that you are sending through right now. Here's the message. Wake up. You're dreaming. But you know that, don't you? You know. You can't quite put your finger on it. You can't quite find the words. But everything in reality, all of it, you've seen too much, too often, too undeniable. That you are more than you thought you were. You were more than you were raised to believe was possible. You're beyond all of it. And the more you wake up, as you are, the more you realize the dreamlike nature of this experience you're having. The more the walls and the limitations that we place upon ourselves, that we allow life and others around us to convince us to place upon ourselves of who we are, what's possible here, what we're supposed to be doing. That's what's normal to everybody else, but it's never going to be normal to you. Never again. Because you've seen through it, and it's just not who you are. Someone out there, maybe that is really who they are. Maybe that is the experience they came here to dream into being. But for you and for me, we can't go back, and we cannot fit into that life anymore, ever again. Because it isn't who we are. There's something else in you, and it's calling you. And I know you've heard the call. I know you have. I know you have. You've heard it your entire life. And you might not have always been able to make sense of it. Is this real? Am I imagining this? Is it actually possible? Not only is it possible, it's inevitable. You're awakening. You're coming into alignment with who it is that you actually are. It's inevitable. It's undeniable. Why? Because the entire power of the universe is behind it. Everything is an orchestration to bring about your coming home to the being that you have always been before you even came here and incarnated into this simulation, this dream. We cannot find the words to explain it. It's geometric, it's energetic, it's code-based, it's activation-based, it's vibration, it's frequency. It's you experiencing yourself. That's what it's always been. Wake up, you're dreaming, and guess what? You don't need anybody else's permission or anything outside of yourself to activate the authority that you have been given by who you really are. The universe itself, God, source consciousness, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to wait for any permission outside of yourself. You don't have to wait for things to line up next year, next month. It's an illusion. You don't have to wait for any of it. You don't need anyone else's permission, because you have the authority to be who you really are right now in this exact moment. Now I want you to feel the vibration and the energy that is being transmitted right now. I know you feel it. You couldn't even be perceiving of this conversation if you were not calling forth the voice of the universe to speak clearly to you now, purely, to tell you exactly what you've always known, but in such an authoritative fashion that it's undeniable. You can't pretend anymore. You can't hold yourself back. You have to stop telling yourself next week, next month, next year, once I do this, once I get that, once so-and-so learns this and joins me in this vibration, or once this, or once that, or once everybody else in the world raises up and matches this frequency, then I'll express it more then. And I'm telling you, no. That's not ever going to be the way that it is, because it's all mirroring you back to yourself. And so as long as you, the infinite, multidimensional consciousness being who is dreaming that you are having a human experience, hear this again. You are not a human having a spiritual experience in your life right now. That's not what's going on. You're a spiritual being having a temporary human experience. But you go so much farther beyond this than you could imagine. And all of the energy and everything that makes up this reality, all the codes, all the geometry, all the activations, all the vibrations, all the frequencies, it's all you playing with yourself. And today you've orchestrated this. Now, why are you doing this? I'm asking you. Why are you giving yourself this message via video right now? Why did this pop up on your feed? I'm asking you because I could tell you. But I want you to go in yourself, and I want you to admit it to yourself right now. I'm serious. I'm not going to tell you. I know why you called this forth. But I want you to admit it to yourself. Say it out loud. I don't care who's around you right now or what's going on. Why are you seeing this message? What are you showing yourself? Stop waiting. The waiting was an illusion all along. You've always been everything that you needed. It's all right here, right now, within you. You're not missing anything. You've never been broken. There's never been anything wrong with you that you needed to fix. You never needed to match other people's ideas of you. And understand something, my incredible, infinite, boundless friend. Hear me. I know you do. If you keep waiting, if you keep emanating from within yourself this story that you're missing something, that you're not ready yet, if you keep emanating fear, what will happen if I step forward into the unknown? What will happen? You will become who you have always been. That's what's in the unknown. That's what's that step, that next step in your life that you're at right now. That's you. That's you coming home to the true you that you have always been. Always, before you even incarnated here. That's what this is. That's the human earth reality game. Can you remember who you are? Not can you get the house and the fancy outfits and make sure all your neighbors and all your coworkers think you're so awesome and bang as many chicks as you can and make sure that you get all these investments in your bank account. Play those side quests if you want, but they're side quests. The main objective has always been, remember who you are. Remember who you are now. You're playing games with yourself. I'm you speaking to yourself right now. This is a mirror. You manifested this. Other days you manifest I'm someone waiting, and reality says to you, yes, you are. You think you're missing something? I'm going to let you play that story out, says reality, says you, says the creation, infinite, boundless potential behind everything. But here you are now because your full awakening is inevitable. That's the message. That's the vibration. That's the frequency. That's the truth that you and I matched up here today to have a conversation about. Now, if you want to dive deeper into this exploration, the inner dimensions of who you are, and come into full contact with your true authentic self, and essentially shift from this limiting concept of I'm waiting or missing something, or I'm not sure, who am I? Who am I? This guy in this video keeps telling me I know who I am and just be, but I don't know, I'm confused. Or if you're just ready, and you know you're ready, and you want to taste the fullness of it. Well, that's exactly why I've created a live, profound event, a portal. It's not teaching, it's presence, it's opening, it's coming together and meeting who we really are. That's exactly why I've created this event. It's happening on June 8th, a very powerful portal. There's still some tickets to this event available. And if you feel the resonance of this, if you felt something, the marrow in your bones stirring, some activation, electricity moving through your body, if you know, then you know. This isn't for everyone. This is a very huge shift, and I know that it's not for everyone. Not everyone's at this place yet, but if you are, and you're ready to go full in, I've got the link tagged in the description of this video. And if you want to walk together beyond this event, this shift, and dive deeper into these kinds of energies and transformations together, it's exactly why I've created the Patreon space tagged in the description of this video as well. Special, exclusive, live stream events, real interactions, activations, private channelings, private entries, things like this. All these things are in the description of this video. And I want to remind you something. You are everything that you've been looking for. It's always been right here. And if you haven't already, I know, because you're like me. If you haven't already, then very soon, you'll laugh. Because it's going to go from some intellectual teaching, some understanding that you learned somewhere, to I have seen it and tasted it for myself. And that's profound, because nothing can ever stop you again once you've truly touched the infinite within yourself. Now let's anchor this in. Let's anchor in what we've called forth, what we've created today together. This extraordinary, profound activation. Let's anchor this in. And go ahead and take your hands and place them over your heart with me. And just notice the energy generating in this space. I know you feel it. It's growing, it's expanding, it's reaching far out beyond your own human body, because you are so beyond what you may think you're limited to, my friend. Now, in a moment here, we're going to tune into our heart very specifically, and we're doing this for many reasons. But in short, it is the center of your being. All the other chakras in your system, it's the center. It's the generator, it's the powerhouse. It's one of the most essential dimensions to who you are. So feel into your heart. take a breath in with me and let it go. One more in together. And release it. And repeat after me. I trust myself. I trust what rises within me. I let the truth within me guide me. And I'm ready to step forward into true, lucid creation and existence. Thank you. Much love to you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And if anything powerful happened for you in this conversation, don't forget to check those links below. But make sure to also remember too that I'm just you speaking to yourself. This is a gift you sent to your own inbox today. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself some love, because you are doing an extraordinary job, a lot better than you might think. See you soon.